As you may recall, last July, a DPRK boat coming from Cuba, the Chong Chon Gang, was seized by U.S.-controlled Panamanian authorities on suspicion of transporting weapons. Upon search, there were weapons found on the boat. Authorities say the ship contained an anti-missile system and MiG fighters. These weapons were undeclared. The crew was arrested and detained without being allowed to contact the DPRK in violation of the law. 32 of the sailors have now been released, with 3 officers remaining behind to face charges for weapons smuggling. Panama claims that the weapons that were being sent to the DPRK violates the arms embargo placed against the country by the UN in response to claimed nuclear tests. Panamanian President Ricardo Martinelli tweeted a photo showing a green tube that appears to be a horizontal antenna for an SNR-75 fan-song radar, which used to guide missiles fired by the SA-2 air defense system found in former Warsaw Pact countries and Soviet allied nations. These weapons are quite old. Cuba was not selling or even giving the weapons away. Cuba said they were sending them to the DPRK to be repaired. It is a matter of fact the DPRK is more developed in the area of heavy industry and weapons manufacturing than Cuba is. The DPRK and every other country have the right to maintain a military force for defense. The attempt to hinder their ability to do so, the blatant attempt to try and make the DPRK defenseless, is what's going on here. These weapons are ancient and actually pose no threat to the US or South Korea. The Fansong radar is a defense system designed to stop incoming missiles. The defensive capabilities that the US seeks to stop to make it plans for future invasion much easier. This is entirely a cowardly act. Meanwhile, the U.S. remains the largest exporter of weapons in the world without question. Billions of dollars are allowed to be sent to some of the most despotic regimes on the planet. Nuclear technology is given out, military hardware is sent to the oppressive Egyptian government and pro-U.S. death squads in Latin America, particularly Colombia. The U.S. even provides funds for right-wing terrorist groups in Venezuela, to say nothing of what they might be giving to right-wing forces in Ukraine. The DPRK has every right to carry out repairs of weapon systems and aircraft. It has every right to maintain its national autonomy away from U.S. imperialism. It is obvious that the UN is nothing more than a tool of U.S. oppression.